is it the Benjamin, Laura Benjamin?
Yes, I'm Laura Benjamin. This is my husband, Greg.
Okay, great. Welcome, everyone. And we also have Trey Sheldon here from the planning department. Welcome, Trey.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And it looks like, is that Marty Ober?
Yes, I'm using my wife has this hooked up to her, so sorry about that. It says Jennifer over there, but
No problem. No problem at all. Welcome. And you're the applicant on this for this application, correct?
yes.
Okay, great. All right. Are we expecting anyone else to join us before we get started from the applicant owner side? No? Okay, great.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, fantastic. I need to read through our hearing script. This is just going to cover the procedure for the hearing, and then we'll get started. So this is the November 12th, 2025 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. Again, my name is David Sturkey. I'm the zoning hearing examiner for the city. I'll be presiding over the hearing today. The case before us is case number ZH20250113. That's 6518 Ripplewood Lane. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. For our purposes here today, I'll allow the Benjamins and Mr. Ober during that time to tell me about the project, what it is they're proposing, the relief that's required or that they're requesting today in order to complete that project, and then why they believe that relief should be granted or why it's appropriate. If there were anyone here from the public, they would have an opportunity to present after the applicant had presented its case. I'll hear from the planning department and Mr. Sheldon providing testimony in addition to the staff report that he's prepared. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to respond to that testimony offered in opposition and then make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. Right. The last thing I need to do is just swear in all of our witnesses. So if you intend on providing any testimony here today, the zoning code requires that I swear you in. So if that's you, if you could just raise your right hand, I'll need everyone to answer out loud. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And Mr. Ober, will you be testifying at all today?
I'm the contractor, so I'm for the Benjamins. So yes, I guess.
Okay. So is that a yes to the swearing in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Basically, if you intend on talking at all, if you're just observing here today, then don't need to be sworn. But if you want to say anything, then the zoning code requires that you're sworn in. So we'll consider you sworn now, and we'll go ahead and move forward. So who's going to be taking the lead here then on the applicant's presentation? Will it be the Benjamins?
I can go ahead and let Marty tell you about the project, and then if you have any questions about the reason why, we can go ahead and jump in there.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yeah, what we're trying to do is basically they have a bi-level house, and and is older, and she's obviously needs some taken care of, and we are trying to turn their two-car garage into a mother-in-law suite. And as far as that goes, basically take out the garage doors, add a window on one door and another door at a ADA approved front door that her aunt can basically be wheeled or walk through to get on the first floor. And add a full bathroom so that she's able to obviously shower and clean herself. Basically make a living space turn the garage into a living space that she's able to take care of her aunt. And as of right now, they don't have any capability of getting her up the steps safely. That's basically it.
Okay, and so why are we here today? You need some relief, right? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, so the relief is so the city of Cincinnati has a an issue with turning the garage into a livable space because of the parking. And they're basically would limit the parking. Um, as in they're not able to park front yards, and that's what they're concerned with and stuff like that. And basically, what we're trying to get out of you guys today is give us approval that we can turn this into that.
Sorry, I didn't hear the last part of your statement. Could you say the last sentence again? Sorry.
So basically, what we're trying to do is to get the zoning approval to allow us to turn the garage into a basically mother-in-law suite / bedroom, a little bit of a living area, so that she can take care of her aunt without going above and beyond. We've also taken the consideration of trying to put an addition on the back and stuff like that, but the way that the property sits on a corner of a cul-de-sac, there's really no way to get around to the back either with somebody that's unable to move that well. So that's why we kind of have come this route. This is basically kind of our only solution.
Gotcha. Okay. And so,
May I say something?
yeah, please go ahead.
It was my understanding that because it's a wedged lot, our lot goes back into a triangle. It's too difficult for us to get a driveway around the side of our home. So we're seeking a special exemption permit so we can finish the project.
Gotcha. Okay. So because you'll have a driveway that doesn't lead to the side or rear or a garage, it's just going to be sort of a parking pad in the front yard after the conversion, you'll need the special exception to allow that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said that you did explore other options and there's no way to get the driveway around the side of the house based on the width of the lot.
Yeah, it's a wedged lot on a cul-de-sac.
Gotcha. Okay.
And just for clarification too, David, we're not coming out any farther of the driveway, so that we're not taking any of the space up in the existing driveway. As far as the construction of the mother-in-law suite is just staying in the area of the garage now. Clarification on that.
Got it. Okay. All right. Anything else? Either the Benjamins or Mr. Ober want to tell me before I hear from Mr. Sheldon?
I think I'm good.
The only thing I would add is that Laura's elderly aunt is she's in stages of dementia right now, and she's scared and worried and sad about where she is now and lonely and really needs to be with family. So that's kind of the impetus for us trying to get this done as quickly as possible to get her in here with us, so she can be cared for right now. My wife is going over there daily and spending hours, in between work and doing with homeschooling our kids, trying to tend to her and be with her. When she's not able to do that, I'm trying to do that. So it would not only a matter of convenience for us, but just for her, mental well-being.
Safety.
We're trying to get her here as quickly as possible.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, great. Thank you all for your testimony there. Trey, did you want to add anything to the discussion here?
Just that you can see in my staff report, you can see the figure 1 in my staff report. You can see how the lot lines come right up to that corner, that kind of northern corner of the house. Even with the soffit and so on overlapping, there's only several feet in which to do it. You cannot have an 8.5 foot wide driveway around there. It's just impossible. And the other side comes up. So this is not in the hillside overlay, but this is a pretty hilly property. It actually starts down by if you see in the image below it, figure 2, you can see it's a split level built into the hill, and it kind of rises up to the southwest. So that's another factor. It's not just the shape of the wedge-shaped lot here, but you've got a topography such that the house was built as a split level to fit into that topography, which for I mean, you can see through the front door there right now, David, if somebody would have to put in pretty extensive ramp to even be able to get up into the front door, but then that would only be at the split level. Then you'd have to get somebody then up to like a bedroom or whatever. And this is just from what I understand in talking, especially with Mrs. Benjamin, that this is the optimal situation for the great aunt. I did want to point out that it's not going to be an ADU. It's not a full dwelling unit. It's just going to have a small kitchenette. It will have a full bathroom, ADA compliant, but there'll just be a little kitchenette. I imagine they'll probably have meals with her and so on. So just in my findings, a couple of basic parts of the code. One of the core purposes of the zoning code is to, quote, provide opportunities for housing for all segments of the community. And then one of the purposes of the single family district itself is to maintain and enhance the availability and quality of life for owner occupied housing units. So, I mean, those two are, pretty much exactly what we're talking about here. They're enabling them to still function and provide that necessary housing for the great aunt. I also did sort of do a little bit of a street view survey of the neighborhood, and during the regular full daylight hours, about 40% of the properties in the neighborhood had at least one car parked in the driveway during the day. I didn't go because there's street view are done during the brightest time of, what I mean, to have full view. I can only opine that, in the early morning or in the evening hours or something, there are probably even more people parked in their driveway, because people are away typically at work or doing other things during their day. So it would not be out of place here to have somebody's car in the garage, you know what I mean, in the driveway. About 40% of the properties had that in the middle of the day. Lastly, I noted that there was really no testimony as to potential impairment of property value, but as you well know, the test is whether it would cause substantial impairment of any property value, and my finding was that it would not. There weren't other right in this immediate. If you get outside this neighborhood, you can see some other places that have had garages infilled like this. But I could not find one right in this immediate neighborhood, but that's part of that's because of the unique nature of this thing being built as a split level at the end of a cul-de-sac, or that would be a non-issue. They could have simply put in a driveway around the side of the house, if it was a regular lot with a 8 or 10 foot setback. So just kind of unusual, unique set of circumstances, both in the configuration and topography of the lot, the housing style that was built then, and then simply the circumstance of needing to provide care for a loved one.
Okay,
May I say one more thing?
yeah, of course. Thanks,
I
Trey.
actually did get this idea from a lot that's down in Anderson on Wolf Angle. They did the same thing for an elderly family member and turned the garage into a little apartment for her. So
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to say in response to Trey's comments?
No, I just like to say I appreciate the thoroughness
Yes,
of looking
thank
through
you.
it and doing the research and for his time.
You're
Okay,
very welcome.
great. All right, anything in closing or otherwise before we adjourn? All right, think,
I guess I just want to know how you said it's going to take a couple weeks before we get an answer to this.
yeah, well, let me go ahead and say that I've had a chance to review the application materials and the staff report. I think based on that and based on the testimony here today, I am going to approve the application. I need to formalize that approval in a written decision. That's typically what takes 2 weeks.
Okay.
Hopefully knowing that it is going to be approved can let you guys get the wheels moving a little bit more on the project. But in terms of the zoning permit, that won't be able to be issued until my written decision is out. As soon as I finish that decision, I put it into a PDF. I'll email it to everybody in the hearing here today. And so you'll have a copy of that really just moments after it's complete. And then as soon as Trey sees that email, he can approve the zoning permitting and you all can take the next steps. Any
Thank you.
questions about any of that?
No, thank you so much.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
As far as the building permit goes, they won't issue that until the zoning permit is issued.
It's the same permit here in the city. You don't have a separate, I know what you mean, because sometimes in the county or whatever, for example, if I did something at my own house, I would have to get the zoning to sign off for it in
Yeah,
that village, and
that's-
then I'd go to Hamilton County, and it's a two-step process. Here, it's all one permit. So, David's basically confirmed that he's going to, going to
Yeah,
approve
for sure.
this so that you have peace of mind. But I cannot, until he has issued a formal decision, basically until the ink's dry on that one, so to speak, I cannot approve the permit. I will as soon as possible. Other than Thanksgiving, I'm not planning to be anyplace away, just Thanksgiving the day after. So I should be here. And, the minute that
Okay.
David is able to issue that decision, I would not say the minute, but the same day that he issues that decision, I should be able to approve the building permit. You can get started.
And
Sounds good.
Have you already applied for the building permit? And
Yeah, everything
Okay.
is basically I'm waiting for
This is the
your
last
stamp,
thing.
your stamp, Trey stamp, and then them sending it to me.
Great.
So
Great. Okay. Well, I'll do everything I can to get that to you all as quickly as possible. And based on the current queue of cases, I'd say 2 weeks is probably a realistic estimate. But like I said, I'll do everything I can to get that to you as quickly as possible. If you have any questions about anything in the meantime, feel free to reach out. Or if you just want a status update on where I'm at with that decision, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, you'll see an email from me in the next couple of weeks. Any other questions?
Thank you so much.
Okay,
thank you
great.
very much.
Good luck with the project, guys, and hope you all have a great day.
Thank
We're
you.
All right,
adjourned.
thank you. You as
Take
well.
care, everybody.
Bye,
Yep.
everyone.
Thank you.